Good day. Haki Kweli Shakur. Coming to you today on a nice, cool day. I'm outside chilling with nature today. Wanted to do this video outside. Just want to give thanks to the ancestors, the Orishas, the Creator, for letting me see another beautiful, blessed day. This video is called Rebuild. We've been doing that for like the last 3 decades, but it's all good. What I mean by rebuild, taking new African steps, programs, to rebuild the new African communities and the new African emoji, which is unity amongst our people, so we can get this thing turned around in America, so we can start getting more positive results instead of seeing negative results, and stop our people from falling into what I call a trap. It's a saying that I always say, it's not a trick, it's a trap. Everything is a systematic system that's in place by Western society for new African people to fail or fall for those traps. And it usually ends in incarceration, at its worst, the cemetery. And the white supremacist system is a system. It's not primarily racist. Racist is one aspect of the white supremacist system, even though it deals with the superiority and inferiority complexes. So it's basically a system that's made for new Africans to fail in America. The first step that I think we need to take is to redefine ourselves. I think that's the most important. How we do that? Through African-centered education, so you can get knowledge of self. And what is knowledge of self? It's basically erasing your mind state of what you learn from white-centered education and history. It's deprogramming the mind and reprogramming the mind to find your way back to yourself. And how you do that? You must set up programs through African-centered education, which most of the comrades across the United States are doing. In little segments, in little places across America, comrades got African-centered academies, African-centered schools popping up. I just want to salute y'all. Keep it up. Keep doing what you do. I love when I see you brothers doing that. You know, you got to teach your babies as soon as they born, man. You know, you got to get that African education cracking ASAP. It's basically, you know, deprogramming what we learned and what's been suppressed from us, and that's Africa. You got to go back to Africa. Africa, you know, it's a mental thing. Being African is mental. It's a spiritual. It's a cultural. It's all that, you know. And we just got to redefine ourselves. And once we find ourselves, we can get rid of the diseases of mind wash, aka menticide, post-traumatic slave syndrome. That's in fact keeping us down. It's keeping us at a standstill, consciously and physically. And once we redefine ourselves, we'll have more of a positive energy about ourselves and our communities, and we can start helping each other and teaching each other what we missed out on throughout the years and the decades that this white supremacist system has kept away from us. Once you find self, man, it's the greatest thing on earth. You go about your day better, you feel better. It's the cure. You gotta redefine ourselves. Once we redefine ourselves, we can cut out a lot of madness. The second thing I think we need to do is decolonize our mind state and decolonize criminality. The criminality mind state, the criminal mind state, is what's plaguing us right now. It's getting us shot. It's getting us incarcerated. It's getting us falling for these traps. I got this saying that I always say, it's not a trick, it's a trap. Because white supremacy is a system. It's a racist system. Racism is just one aspect of it, but it's a systematic system that's been set up for new Africans to fail. And it's a system that only usually gets you in two positions. That's the grave or the cage. So we must decriminalize our mind states and transform the mind states into a revolutionary new African mind state, a conscious awareness mind state. That's all we got to do. Once we get that going, then we can cut down the crime and cut down the traps. Because, man, right now we 85% of the prison population. That's higher than what was going on in slavery. More people are in cage today than we had prisoners in slavery, and that's a terrible, terrible percentage. But like me and a couple of comrades were discussing not too long ago, the only way you can fix that is to fix the conditions. And we can't expect our youth and most of our males to automatically transform, because of the simple fact you got to replace that with something. If you don't replace that with something, I mean, it's kind of useless trying to reach them, because if you don't fix the conditions of poverty, jobs, unemployment, and give these kids and these black males something to do, and to fix their conditioning that the government creates, I mean, it's only so much that you can hope for, man. And we're just going to be still caught up in the elements of a white supremacist system. And we got to read more. We got to get more books to these kids, more programs to these kids. We just got to replace the street element with a positive revolutionary element. That's basically it right there. Once we can replace the criminal element and get our males stop falling for these traps in the criminal lifestyle, the street wars, gang banging, committing crimes that's profitable for the white supremacist system, because all they're doing is profiting off your criminality, man. Let's get that straight right now too. So it's like you basically feeding them on all levels. We got to destroy the criminal element. Third is the most important, economics. I mean, Marcus Garvey had it all structured. I mean, we got to stop being consumers and become producers. If you spending all your money with foreigners that's not putting money back into the community, you're basically helping them create your own impoverished conditions. That's what you're basically doing. Because if you're spending money with foreigners who don't care nothing about your people, who ain't trying to put no money back in your community, I mean, that's where poverty comes from. There's no way you can create jobs that way. There's no way you can feed your families. That's why most of us going to be stuck on welfare, running to the government for help, because we're not doing anything to create an economical, better situation in the community. We gotta get more focused on economics, man. We gotta start buying businesses. We gotta start supporting black businesses. We gotta start setting up these things in our community. We need more stores in our community. We just need more trade. We gotta cut out the middleman. We cut out the middleman, then we can create jobs for our own people, so they won't have to go out into the community and commit crimes. If that makes sense to you, it makes plenty of sense to me. Because right now, the prison industrial complex, that's like one of the highest profitable industries that corporations and the white supremacist system is profiting off right now. The human trade stock has transformed into the prison complex business. Because all they're doing is giving our young brothers and sisters a number that makes you turn into a private, profitable product. That's capitalism. I believe in scientific socialism, where the people control the products, the industry, the trade, and we spread it amongst ourselves. That's scientific socialism. Capitalism is no good to no foundation that's African. Capitalism is nothing but tyranny. It's leeches. It keeps the rich richer and keeps the poor poor. Basically, that's the main three steps. You know? It's history, destroying criminality, overstanding with economics, man. And once we put those three elements together, we can change our conditions and make the new African communities grow instead of degrow. That's about it. I'm gonna sign off right there. But first, we must redefine ourselves through African-centered education. Second, we must decolonize our criminal mind state, turn it into a revolutionary mind state, a higher conscious level, so we won't be helping the white supremacist system encage us and put us in graves and profit off both, because they profit off both, believe it or not. And third is economics, man. We must fix our economical problems within our communities. We must start supporting black businesses and creating black businesses, and that's going to create jobs, opportunity, and growth, man. I'm going to sign off right here, man. We build. Free the land. Let's get free.